Alright, so this is my Teach 2 video for string methods class. I have my student Kaci Doyle here to help me. So Kaci, today we're going to be learning how to play Old MacDonald Had a Farm on the violin. Okay, so I want to do a recap over the basics of what we learned last time, how to hold the instrument, how to hold the bow, and then we're going to go over some tuning stuff, and I'll teach you some more about the piece after all that. So let's go ahead and get started with holding the instrument. So remember how we start off with our stop sign. You can go ahead and just copy everything I do right now since this is review. So then we bring the violin under our shoulder, and then we bring our head down to the violin. Let's wave to the camera so we know we have a good hold. Okay. So now that we have our hold, let's go ahead and just hold the bow. Remember, your thumb is going to go under the frog like this. Your pinky will rest on top, and then your two fingers will drape over, and then the last finger. That's good. Okay. So now that we've reviewed that, let's go ahead and talk about this piece that we're going to play. So you've heard the song Old MacDonald Had a Farm before. Yeah, shoot. Okay. Anyway, so we're going to be playing Old MacDonald Had a Farm. So there's some techniques in this piece that are kind of difficult for a beginner violinist to be able to play. So I want to go over, and we're going to break this down very specifically, note by note. We'll go ahead and clap the rhythms, and I'll have you name out the notes and stuff like that. So let's go ahead. Let's set our instruments on the floor for now. And have you ever had a repeat sign before? Okay, so we'll go back to the beginning for the repeat signs. Okay, so I want to go ahead and just clap and count these rhythms. Okay, so I'll give us 4, and we'll count. Okay, you want me to? I'll demonstrate first. So it's going to start off 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. Rest. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Rest. Rest. 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that together now. We can go pretty slow so you have time to think. Alright, ready? 1, 2, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, that was good. Yeah. Okay, good. You have a good understanding of how to read rhythm, so I don't think we have to worry about that. So I think now I want to go ahead and let's go ahead and name out the note names, and let's go ahead and grab our violins, and then we're gonna finger on the fingerboard every note that we say. Okay. So what's the first note?
G.
It's a G. Yeah, yeah. All right. So let's go ahead and get our violin holds. And how do you play that G on the violin? Okay. Yeah, there you go. Okay. So we'll go pretty slow so we can get these note names. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, D, G, G, D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G, D, G, 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 D, G, 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 D, E, E, D, B, B, A, G. Good. Okay. So, seem like a natural. All right. So now let's go ahead and I want to pluck, just pluck the notes out of the whole song. So we'll go through and we'll go slow again, and we're just gonna pluck off the notes as they go to Old MacDonald. So good instrument hold and good posture. All right. Okay. 1, 2, ready, go. Good. I wanted to check because I noticed something on your hand position when you were holding on the fingerboard. Make sure that your thumb is not too far up. Make sure that your thumb is just on the edge of the neck like that. Yeah. That looks pretty good. Okay. Alright. So now I guess it's time to go ahead and play with our bows. Go ahead and grab it. Let me see that bow hold. Okay. It looks pretty good. Alright, so when it comes to this song, there's some kind of tricks in it that could prevent like a beginner player from playing it efficiently. One of them would be, for example, the string skipping, which is kind of difficult to do. I want to go ahead and just start on that G note, and I want to just play the first measure and the second measure just to practice going from that G to that open D string. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So another thing is switching from like string to string. So let's go ahead and play the second measure, and then we're going to go into the third measure, and that's going to involve us taking our bow, and we're going to have to drop our elbow a little bit to be able to change the bow to hit the A string with the bow. So let's start on the second measure, and then we'll play and we'll stop at the end of the third measure. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, it takes some time to get used to. I don't know. So I guess we can go ahead and play it all the way through. I want you to let me demonstrate it first, and then I'll let you play it by yourself, and then we can play it together. One, 2, 3, 4. Such a beautiful piece. Okay. Yeah, I wanna go ahead and let you play it for me. Better. And I'm gonna watch your hands and stuff. Whenever you're ready, you can go ahead. Unless you want me to count you off. Yeah. Okay. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay. So I noticed a few things that I think we might be able to fix and make a little bit better. The first thing is, I noticed when we're using our bow, we want to make sure that the bow is in the middle of the neck, of the fingerboard, and then the bridge. I saw your bow tend to like get on this, which I think caused a lot of some of the scratchy sounds. So let's go ahead. I want to just practice playing a ticka ticka tt rhythm just on the A string, and let's focus on keeping our bow in the middle of the bridge and the fingerboard. All right, 1, 2, ready, go. That sounds a lot better, I think. I think also something that I heard when you were playing the song was that your notes would go a little bit flat, like in the middle of the note. And I think that was just because you weren't using enough pressure on your bow, and it wasn't keeping the pitch as like centered as possible. You hear how the pitch kind of changed a little bit after I applied more and less pressure. So let's go ahead and do it again. And I want you to focus on some of those things. Bows in the middle of the string. Okay? I'll count you off again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Yeah, I think that was a lot better in terms of the tone, and I saw you paying attention to keeping the bow in the middle of the strings more, which is good. One last thing that I think I want to talk about is when you tend to sometimes hit the bow on the other strings, and then it makes a lot of scratchiness just because you aren't too sure where the bow should be on the strings. And it's something I do a lot too. So something I want to do right now, just that ticka ticka tt rhythm we just played. I want to go and just start on the E string, and I just want to switch to all 4 different strings and play that on all 4. So we'll get a little bit of practice changing the strings. So let me demonstrate it for you real quick, just so you know exactly what I mean, and then we can do it together. Okay, so let me watch you go ahead and do that by yourself right now. You can take a break in between and set up if you need to. I'll count you off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, yeah. So we just gotta pay attention and make sure. I'm sure over time you'll get more used to feeling the different strings. There's not a lot of space in between all 4 of them anyway. So I guess I want to go ahead and end this by playing this piece together and by remembering all the stuff we talked about to try to make our sounds a lot better. Okay? So I'll count us off. Make sure we got a good posture, good bow hold. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so I'll go ahead and end our teach on our Old MacDonald Had a Farm song. Thank you for being my student, and I'll see you next time.